The Gratsch's choir's signature performance, the Christmas Cantata, began touring major cities across the country, starting with a performance in Anson on November 17th. The first performance held at the Anson Arts and Culture Center was attended by a large number of Anson citizens who had been waiting for the Christmas Cantata, Anson City Council members, Gyeonggi-do area firefighters, police officers, directors of each media company, heads of local administrative and welfare centers, and pastors of established churches. The audience who filled the lobby looked happy and took pictures at the photo zone, hoping that the Christmas cantata would leave a great impression this year as well. After the performance, they were surprised by the more mature performance and left heartfelt comments of true Christmas and love of family. The 2023 Christmas cantata is scheduled to tour 14 cities across the country, starting with Anson. The OEF conducted special mind training for university faculty and education officials in Paraguay and Argentina at the OEF Suin Center. 19 faculty members from the National University of Asunción in Paraguay, UA University, and the University of Colombia, as well as Argentina's Cadro Vasi Education Director and 3 others, participated. And this training was conducted based on the signing of a business agreement between the OEF Paraguay branch and the Paraguayan Ministry of Education and Science in June. On the morning of November 14th, Pastor Ok-soo Park, founder of the International Youth Alliance, visited the Suin Center and delivered a message to the participants. Participants toured major companies and schools in Korea that are actually implementing mind education and held a mind education presentation. Participants expressed their feelings that they were very much looking forward to this education that would make a difference to the youth of Paraguay and Argentina, and that they were looking forward to the results achieved through cooperation with the IFAIR. On November 15th, Good News Anson Church held a Wednesday evening service with Pastor Ok-soo Park. Members of nearby churches also attended the service, and 3 believers who had been saved through the previous Seoul Bible Seminar met with Pastor Ok-soo Park and received ordination and prayer. At the worship service, a video of Pastor Ok-soo Park's previous trip to 9 countries in South Africa was watched, and there was a congratulatory performance by the church members. Pastor Ok-soo Park read 2 Kings 7 and said that God is with us even when times are difficult and seem likely to fail, that God helped our mission to become a global mission, and that the whole world is amazed when they hear the gospel we preach. He said that we should not worry, but that God will give us great glory when we long for Him and believe in Him. Benin Overseas Volunteer Corps members went on a missionary trip to 6 local regions for a month from October 16th to November 13th. The members lived in an area without electricity or running water for a month, preaching the gospel to local residents and conducting Bible seminars. They also visited schools and held mind lectures and an academy for children in Benin. Overseas volunteer members left comments saying that they learned the joy of working for the gospel and were happy to have the opportunity to spread the gospel to rural villages. The Nakuru Church in Kenya invited Pastor Youngson Park of Good News Gangdon Church to hold a Bible seminar and health conference at the Nakuru Legacy Hotel for 3 days starting on the 7th. The Bible seminar was held over 5 sessions, Nakuru testimonies from over 1,000 local churches and Pastor Alex, president of the Pastors Association, and a welcoming address from Bishop John Abongu were featured, and about 280 new people attended and received forgiveness of sins. Meanwhile, about 150 pastors attended the 2-day health conference starting on the 8th and received forgiveness for their sins. The Nakuru Church in Kenya said that this event was a meaningful time of becoming one through the words of the Bible. On November 25, OEF Uganda held a volunteer orientation workshop at Makerere University. The event was attended by about 130 students from Makerere University, who applied for the 400 membership. The event was enriched by various programs such as OEF promotional video, ice-breaking OEF activity report, OEF volunteer orientation, dance, and mindset lecture. Afterwards, missionary Kim Hyung-jin from Uganda gave a lecture on the power of mind change for volunteering. He mentioned that Korea after the Civil War was able to develop when all the citizens became volunteers, and through case studies presentations, all the volunteers were left satisfied and convinced that if they change first, rather than waiting for others to change for them, Uganda will change too. The event allowed the newly recruited Corps members to understand more about IFAIR, and all the students who attended enjoyed listening to the Mind Time. It was a grateful time to experience God's Word.